Hello and welcome to the heart of Sporting Index, the trading room. My name's Carl Sante and it's another edition of Views from the Trading Floor. Normally I'd be starting off with a bit of Six Nations rugby, but we've got a break there this weekend, so I'll start off with the FA Cup football. 12:30, the BBC haven't chosen the most exciting game, but nonetheless it's one for the purists like myself. And Bristol Rovers host Southampton at home. And we have seen business there. Total goals, we were 2.4, 2.6. We're now 2.5, 2.7. We've had an £8,000 goal buyer at 2.6. He's obviously taken into account there's been quite a few goals in Southampton games recently. Later on, doesn't get bigger than this, United host Arsenal. Arsenal now 5 points clear of United in the league, and there's definitely going to be a little edge in this game. Anyway, supremacy is 0.3, 0.5. We haven't taken a very large bet here yet, but punters tend to be siding with Arsenal, selling at 0.3. They feel the momentum's going with them at the moment. And United were pretty abject against City last week. I don't know if the pressure of Munich got to them. Total goals, they were 2-2, 2-4. They've gone up to 2-3, 2-5, and I expect probably more buyers now of this market. People normally think these games will be quite exciting. I think the stats probably point in recent years to different. Bookings, well, I do expect an edge in this game. We've gone up from 46.50 to 48.52. We've had a £200 buyer at 50, we've had a £100 buyer at 50, and we feel that's the way the market's going. It's Alan Wiley refereeing the game, so we've gone up to 48.52. I mean, to be honest, the last time this game really made up was in the 2005 Cup final. It made up 85 in that game, 6 yellows and a red card. Last 4 encounters have been 40 or less, so make of that what you want, but Cup encounter, there'll be a few more tackles flying in, I'm sure, especially if United wanting to maybe crook a few Arsenal players at the risk of being sued by United at the moment. Anyway, elsewhere we've seen business on the 2 main strikers, the 2 people everyone's talking about. Adebayor was 14.17, we moved them up to 15.18, and don't be surprised if that goes off 16.19 or 17.20, and Ronaldo, the man who's caused us more carnage than any other player this season. He's up from 20.23 to 21.24. Sunday, got interesting game between Sheffield United and Borough. Sheffield United scored that bizarre goal against Man City in the last round, but we're not expecting too many goals in this game, and nor by the sounds of it of many punters. We were 2.3, 2.5 the goals there, we're now down to 2.2, 2.4. Later on, we've got Portsmouth against Preston, or Preston against Portsmouth, and the punters are liking Redknapp's boys at the moment because we've had to move on supremacy up there, 0.4, 0.6 up to 0.5, 0.7, 25 grand a goal buyer there, so obviously plenty of business on that game now. Anyway, going on to things a little bit more depressing, the cricket. England have been appalling, it's been depressing. I have to say it's been rather good for Sporting Index, but that's no good to you guys. Punters are now deciding to oppose England. We were 0-10 England over, it's now 5 your choice. That will be on at 1 o'clock on Friday morning, if you can be bothered to get up and watch an abject England performance. One person they have latched onto though is Brendan McCullum. His player performance up from 48.53 to 50.55, and I'm not surprised. He is an explosive batsman and obviously very good behind the stumps. Took a brilliant catch the other day. The other game on Friday morning, we've got Australia versus Sri Lanka. Supremacy's come down there. The Aussies got turned over by India, who then in turn got turned over by the little Lankans. So now 35.40 down to 33.43. So about a £200 seller there at 35. So good luck to that gentleman. This weekend sees a lot of rugby union. Friday night alone there are 5 games. Well, once again I'll be taking the punters on. I'll be trading a game of French rugby, Montpellier v Biarritz. If you're really interested in that type of game, you'll be taking me on again. I taught the punters a lesson last week, although I was a bit lucky in the under-20 Wales game. Wales sort of seemed to give up the ghost in the last half an hour. Anyway, the Super 14 is back, and we've seen plenty of business. Look on our website for our outright index at 60, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, and we've seen buyers of the Crusaders and the Auckland Blues. They've both gone up 1 point, so Crusaders now 33.36 and the Blues 22.25. Please note, it's very interesting that in the Super 14s this year they're trialling some new rules to try and make rugby a bit more exciting. I have to say I quite enjoy the rugby at the moment, but there's 3 new major rule changes. The players are going to be 5 metres behind a scrum, so the defences can't be flat up with a scrum, so that should give them a bit more room to run at pace at defences. Penalties will only be for offsides and foul play, so the rest will all be just free kicks, and so you might get a few more scrums instead of penalties obviously on the on the opposition, you know, sort of try line. So all in all, it's to make it more tries and less penalties and more open play. The other rule is you won't be able to pass back into your own 22 and then kick it straight into touch. There's 3 Magners League games on Friday night. As I said, I'm trading the top 14 game. There's a Super 14 game. All in all, we're trading 16 games of rugby union live and running this weekend. So please do check out our website. It's a superb service. To be able to trade 5 games at the same time on Friday night, I assure you, is no mean feat through industry resources. Rugby League, a very exciting game last Friday night, and with Warrington and Hull, and Warrington are on the TV again. Away to St Helens this time. St Helens themselves involved in an absolute thrill and probably robbed of victory actually last weekend at Hull KR in a very contentious refereeing decision. Actually, I think it's the linesman that made the decision. Anyway, punters not deterred by that loss. We were 6-9 Saints over, we're now 7-10, so money coming on there. And there seems to be plenty of buyers at total points. Both these teams play very open rugby, and I have to say, Warrington games, as I said, have contributed last week. I spoke about it last week. Have contributed to some of my personal biggest ever losses when I've been selling points. I won't ever be doing that again in a Warrington game. Anyway, there's lots more to bet on this weekend. There's a bit of golf from around Asia and America. The Welsh Open Snooker, we'll be trading all those games live, frame by frame supremacy. Is a great service offered there by Jonathan and his boys. Got Colto Star racing at Ascot, and expect a bumper crowd down there. And as I say, on Monday we'll have a tremendous service of Cheltenham markets. We'll be going down with all our sort of match bets, SPs, distances, favourites, and various other things. So from Monday onwards, just expect a great menu of Cheltenham markets to be rolled out. So again, check our website out for that. Did mention last week about our Bet on the Move service. Please make sure if you haven't downloaded it, you must do, to stay in touch with Sporty Index. It's got that great new Live Now facility that speeds up your betting experience and makes it much more enjoyable. It really is a tremendous service. I use it all the time, much to the chagrin of Mrs. Chief. And the other thing is, Sporty Index has got a couple of rugby parties coming up. Our sales team, run by the ever-friendly Fred and Sam Streffield, are going to be hosting some rugby parties for the England against Scotland-England game coming up next weekend, and one, I believe it's England-Ireland after that as well. They'll both be at London venues. You do have to introduce a friend, that is the downside to it, but there'll be lots of free food and drink on offer, and a great time should be had by all. Anyway, wherever you are this weekend, whatever you're doing, good luck punting, and good luck from all of us at Sporty Index.